Hello, this is ClayPita again, this time with an educational video about the dangers of electric fences. No, of course not, it's another video about sculptures. So yes, last time we started with the second generation, and yeah, let's just keep going with that. So another example of that is this one. The crowbat. The focus, is that focused? I think that's focused. This focused? This focused? I don't know. So yeah, it's crowbat. It's another difficulty because he doesn't have any legs. Same thing with when I showed my Zubat sculpture. It was the same trouble because they don't have any legs either. And they has these stubby feet back there, but they can hardly stand on these. So yeah, just going to place him there, discreetly rest him over there, and whoops, the next one just lost a foot. One of his 6 feet, which means that it's a bug type, and you're right. Unless it's Giratina, which isn't a bug type, which has 6 feet anyway. Because it's, I don't know, Satan. Yeah, this is a ladybug, and yeah, it's just a ladybug Pokemon. Miraculous ladybug. No, not that one. Yeah, as you can see, just an adorable ladybug figure Pokemon thing, and it's kind of hard to stand him, to make him stand. It's just he just lays there like he's been mugged, or he's drunk. It looks like that. Normal ladybug, drunk ladybug. Yeah, sort of. The fun you can have with Pokemon sculptures. There's no limitation. So yeah, and next I will show. Wait a minute. There's always a little delay because some of these sculptures tend to spontaneously disassemble, so sometimes you'll have to wait a little until I fix them up again. Come on, you little... Oh, it's good enough. Another one is this one. One of the teeniest sculptures I've ever made. So, this one's a baby Pokemon, fittingly. It's a Pichu sculpture. And yeah, look at that. Got a little tail and everything. Oops, everything you need to be a Pichu, basically. And yeah, they're tiny, really tiny. Come on, no, there we go. And it's of course not the only baby Pokemon. There's also Cleffa. Whoops. There, and yeah, it's basically another baby Pokemon. It's even tinier than the Pichu. Well, if you go by height, if you go by mass, it's probably more massive than Pichu. But and the third one in that, which is this one, is the name Igglybuff, I think it's called, which looks like a... I always thought that Igglybuff looks sort of like a child tried to draw a picture of Jigglypuff but could not quite remember what it looked like, and maybe that's the true origin of that design. Maybe one of the developers just brought a picture of their son, a picture that the son drew of Jigglypuff, and was hideously wrong, but somebody said, "Oh, okay, we're gonna go ahead and make that a new design." Yeah, and for size reference, I can also put their respective families on here, which is Pikachu without a tail. That is no good. There is a Pikachu with a tail and a Raichu. Come on. There we go. That's for Pichu. Then we have Clefable and Clefairy for the Cleffa. Can you stand? Yes, wonderful. And of course for the badly drawn Jigglypuff, we have the real Jigglypuff and the real Jigglypuff. And a Wigglytuff, of course. So yeah, that's them. And I always thought that it was kind of odd that I mean, these faces, they sort of line up, these faces sort of line up. This blue eyes, red eyes. Why do you go from red eyes to blue eyes? How does that work? Unless, I don't know, unless Jigglypuff is actually really, really stoned. Could be, yeah. When you make Jigglypuffs to breed, they get a Jigglypuff egg. Unless they indulge in very heavy drug abuse during pregnancy, then they lay an egg that gives birth to a Jigglypuff. Maybe that's the explanation. I don't know. This is kind of a grim explanation, but I'm quite a grim person, so maybe that's fitting. And yeah, another one now that we're in the egg compartment would be this one, which is out of focus completely. There we go. This one, the Togepi. Come here, you little Togepi. There you go. Can see that. And that also was added in the second generation, but was of course widely known prior to that because of the anime, because it was introduced in the anime as probably the first Pokemon in of the second generation that appeared in the anime was Ho-Oh, but yeah, after that I think it was Togepi and its evolved form, Togetic, of course, which is Togepi is a normal type and Togetic is a normal flying type. So yeah, there you go. Even though the Pokédex entry says, I think, that it can fly even without using its wings. Well, then what does it have the wings for? It's pointless, and it looks has a really weird body shape. It's kind of an oval sphere. Can you say oval sphere? I think spheres are round. I think the very definition of oval is that it cannot be a sphere. It's a philosophical question, really. I'm very, yeah, I'm like that. I ask philosophical questions for fun, like the famous TV show Philosophical Question Time. So yeah, that's about all the baby Pokemon and their adult forms. Of course, now the Togepi family also has a third form, the Togekiss, but I don't have that. Basically because it's just a plain. Oh, never mind. So yeah, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed it and you like it, and you reblog and subscribe and all the usual stuff. Goodbye.